Hello everyone, and welcome to another Tuesday with the IT Guy here at Kimber Creations. Today Kim had a little tutorial. Some folks came in and they did some things and made some stuff, and they left it out. And she's not around right now, so I am going to pop on here and surprise her with a Mother's Day card. Hopefully. We're going to see how that turns out for me, and then surprise her with it on Mother's Day. So I thought I would get it, well, actually she'll see it before Mother's Day if she watches her channel at all, but or if one of you chime in and let her know, hey, check out that video that hubby made. So at any rate, we're going to get started. We're going to do just a simple card for her. With any luck, I'll be able to make it turn out halfway decent. So hang on, I'll be right back. I'll get a piece of paper. So what I'm thinking about doing, I stole a card base. I remember that term from a time ago. I stole a card base, and I think what I'm going to try to attempt to do is, I don't know if you can see this stamp, but it represents a, once you stamp it out and cut it, I'm sorry, don't cut it, cut it out and then fold it the correct way, you'll end up with a pot that is, you know, laying on the card, and then we'll put some fancy already made flowers onto it so that it turns out like a flower pot for her. So I've essentially will have gotten her flowers on Mother's Day and a card all in the same deal. So I happened to find this, and it's called a Big and Juicy, and I'm assuming that this is ink, so we're gonna see if it works like I think it will. But I don't want to put my flower pot stamp on my card base. I need to get a different piece of paper, so I'll be right back. I didn't see any clay colored paper over there, although I'm sure that she has some. I just don't know where it is, because she has a file system and it seems to work pretty good for her, but not us visitors, or at least me anyway. So now let's see here, how are we going to do this? It's not all going to fit on there that way. I wonder if I can. I wonder if I have to turn this thing upside down and ink it like that. I'll have to try it and see. Boy, I'm going to end up making a mess, aren't I? You already know it. I hope this works right. Make sure to get a lot of ink on there. I spilled some. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on, work. Well, it sort of worked. We're gonna go with it. Not sure what happened to my big and juicy, but it might be a little dry there in the center, or I didn't press hard enough or something. But anyway, you can see, turn this around, you can see that I got the stamp placed out onto the sheet. And it doesn't really matter that it's straight because I'm going to cut it out anyhow. But before I go too far, I found this. It's a stamp scrubber cleaning pad. And I also found some of this stuff. It's called water-based stamp cleaner. So she told me, or I've seen her rather, squirt this on the pad, the felt or whatever that stuff is, and then you take your stamp and rub it on there like so. So you get that, clean that ink off of there. Oh, look at that, it works. It works pretty good too. So anyway, I'm testing out new things. I'm probably going to get in trouble because, as if you remember, last time I had gotten grounded from the glue because I made such a mess. So we got that clear. We're going to let it dry off, set it off to the side. We're done with that. And now I'm going to try to start this procedure of cutting. And I'm not very good at this. He doesn't know I have scissors either, so hopefully you all are going to be able to enjoy this upcoming month of May, where we're supposed to have May flowers, not May showers. But it seems like right now we're having some May showers, and it's kind of chilly out here in Ohio right now. So hopefully you're in a warm section. I know we have some friends from what seems like all over the place. I think I've seen some names from Texas and Florida and all those warm states down there. I'm not sure what this little line here means. Hopefully, oh, maybe that's the fold mark. I guess I'll find out here in a minute when I get it done. Going to be a long video today, so be sure to stay tuned all the way to the end to see how things work out for me. Hopefully you've had time to check your own channel. If you create videos and put them on YouTube, and you've been able to see some of your statistics on your channel. I haven't looked this week or recently to see how if any of you have watched for longer periods of time, or the average video time is longer. I didn't pay any attention to those this week. I've been too busy getting things ready for work and want to figure out what I was going to do for tonight's video. And if you're, sometimes we don't get them loaded up until Wednesday morning. It's just because it's such a long process of, you know, making so the taking it in a high resolution takes forever to load. So we're experimenting with a little lower resolution so that we can get them uploaded faster. It's been the reason we've had some delay in the past. not getting them posted until Wednesday or maybe even later. So, but anyway, if you've checked out your statistics on your channel, you'd see that how long an average of folks watch and how many shares and likes and comments are received. And if there's, sometimes there's some folks that, I don't know, they just disagree, or maybe that's a bad way to say it. They would do something differently, I guess would be the right way to say it. So sometimes you'll get a dislike, or and sometimes you can learn. Most of the time you can learn from those as well. So it's always good. I like to see some more comments or even video responses. I don't think I've seen a video response yet. At least maybe Kim has, and I haven't paid attention or haven't seen it. But I think that would be neat to have a video response back, to see someone else's card for their mother, or a mother on Mother's Day. So, alright, now that I've cut the fold marks out, I don't know exactly where I was supposed to fold that at. Okay, right there, I understand that one. And I understand these two. There you have it. I'll put a little tape on it, or glue on it. Maybe I will use the tape. I'll get my tape out here. I don't know if you've seen my fancy taper that I've got, but it's kind of it's cool. You might just want to run right out and find yourself one, but this is the wrong kind of tape. I want the two-sided tape for this part. I've got a couple over here to my right in her cart that she doesn't know I'm messing in. So if you guys tell her, I'm going to be into trouble. And I never have good luck with these tapers. So you just have to bear with me on it. I think I'm using it right, at least it would seem so. But I don't imagine there's too many different ways to use this thing. But who knows? I'm not the artist here. Or maybe it's running out. Ooh, I got some tape on there now. Let's see. And I know why I was. There you go. You can stuff just enough. There's just enough room in there for a flower to act like it's coming right up out of there. Whoop. Isn't that cool? Let me trim this up here a little bit and go see if I can get it across here straight and pretty. That's not too bad there. Now would be a good time to dress up any of the edges if you made a mistake. And okay, so we have our blue base and our flower pot. I'm just going to put this right on the front. I'm going to write on the inside of it my saying later on. So I want to make so I get this nice and centered, so it's real pretty. So I'm going to put a little tape on the back of it. I don't want it to come off in the first time she opens it, so I got a lot of tape on there. There, what do you think? How does that look to you? Pretty straight? Looks pretty good. So now we've got our flower pot on our card base, and I have to figure out some decoration for it. I know she likes green, so obviously we're going to use a green one. Maybe we'll have to use 2 green ones. Cover up the card base, and there. I think 3 is a good amount. If I put 4 on one, it's going to be, well, maybe what I can do is do that, and then how about another green one back here. So I've got this green and then a pretty red one coming out right in the center. What do you think? That kind of looks like a flower pot, doesn't it? With flowers in it. I like it. Now if I could just say glue and it be glued, I'd be in good shape. But since it doesn't do that, I have to take a chance on gluing it. This should be interesting. Don't do well with glue, so I might run some more tape. Maybe this is the pattern I should use right there. What do you think? What do you think? That's nice. Get a little off here. There you go. And I know there's some things that would lift it off the paper, but I'm pretty novice at all this stuff, so I think I'm just going to do just like this. I'm just going to, I better figure out one at a time, hadn't I? Fortunately, these were all punched out and I stole them from her. So hopefully she won't be too upset about using all these things. Maybe she had something planned for them, I don't know, but she always tells me, pick our stuff up and it won't get torn up. So, well, I know, it's different, isn't it? Well, this is a little bit tricky. You kind of have to be able to plan ahead of schedule and get the flowers in the right spot, or else it's going to look funny. But we hope, I hope, it comes out okay. I think it will. Here, that looks nice around the outside. Now we get this red one right there in the center. Maybe lift it up just a little bit. I think that's the right way. Just like that. Now again, don't go telling her I'm doing this. This is a surprise for Mother's Day. And I don't want her to find out about it until Mother's Day when I hand it to her. So there it is. Pretty simple. Nice card. I'll have to take care of the inside yet, but as far as the front goes, I made a flower pot with some flowers in it. I'm not going to be brave enough to color this. It's alright. That's why I chose brown paper. so I didn't have to color it. But at any rate, take a look down below at the like button and push it, and also hit the subscribe button, and maybe you too can use a big stamp with your big and juicy black raised felt pad. So until next time, thanks for stopping in, and I appreciate you watching, and thanks for sharing. Those of you that will share, give us a thumbs up and a like down below, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Take care, and we'll see you again next time. Welcome back. I wasn't quite finished with the card. I seen some other things floating around, like some things I could stick on and make a little bit more attractive than just the single or double layered items. So I found some say it in studs, and I've got this little, whatever you call this thing here, I'm going to stick on the center of the flower to spice it up a little bit. So now I've got the flower with some bling. My flower has some bling on it. And I also found these butterflies, which I think might accent the card a little bit better. And so with that, I want to see what can happen with these flowers here. They're pretty colors, they're flashy, and I think, yep, they've got some sticky on them, so all I gotta do is pop it out of there and put it in place. Now, this is the tough decision, where to put it. Maybe something like that, or maybe I'll put one up here, like it's jumping on to my flowers since they're so pretty and attractive. And then I kind of like this one that's in the center. Oh, they do come out good. Maybe to spice up the pot a little bit, we'll put on a butterfly down below here, in the resting on the base of the pot, so that you know, it looks like it's sitting against the pot waiting for a little bug to fly off of the flowers and it'll devour it. So there, I've got a little more spice now to the front of the card. I will be able to put my loving sayings on the inside of the card for her being a wonderful mother, and how thankful I am for her being a wonderful mother, and I appreciate her for working as hard as she has and is at being a wonderful mother. So again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later. So I'm back again. I realized that upon further review of the pot, that this top was supposed to be folded over, so that to create a, I could create a pocket with that top. You remember I had mine straight up all the way to the bottom of the flowers, but I recognized the error of my ways and was able to lift that up and then fold them over and put them into place. I got a little mistake over there, but I won't tell if you don't. And then I just drew some simple stems onto the base of the flowers so that it would take on a whole nother look. And I'm wondering, I better not try to move that red flower up. I'm just going to leave well enough alone, and I will put my sayings on the inside of it, and it would encourage each of you to make a handmade card. It's rather challenging and can be some fun. So, all right, take care, folks, and we'll see you later.